Knicks free agency rumors are on fire, and especially surrounding Jalen Brunson after his 41-piece McNugget in Game 2 of the Western Conference first round of the playoffs. So let me know, do you want the Knicks to sign Jalen Brunson? If you do, go down and like this video. We're going to break it all down in today's show. Bleacher Report, they listed him as a Knicks free agency target. So if you want the Knicks to sign him, go and like this video. You are watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and we've got a lot to break down on today's show. Knicks free agency rumors, they're starting to churn a little bit, and the latest ones are attached to Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, and Tyus Jones after Bleacher Report put out an article highlighting 3 Knicks free agency targets. So we're going to break them down, and the first one was Jalen Brunson. The Knicks, they've been attached to Brunson and been pursuing him for quite some time now. They called about him during the NBA trade deadline. They couldn't get a deal done with the Dallas Mavericks, but the Knicks, they're in hot pursuit of a point guard this summer. I think we're finally going to get to the summer where the Knicks add a point guard, like the Cleveland Browns. They had a jersey on the back with 100 different quarterback names, but finally they got their guy in Deshaun Watson, and the Knicks, it's the same thing with the point guard, but I think this is the summer where we end that story, and maybe it's Jalen Brunson. I mean, he's having his best year of his NBA career, 16.3 points per game this season. He played 79 games of the 82-game season this year. I love that. He's durable. He played about 32 minutes per night this year, almost 5 assists, shot about 50% from the field, 37% from 3. He's an efficient scorer, but he's just an efficient and winning basketball player. In the playoffs, Game 2, 41 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists without Luka. If he can get out of the shadows of Luka Doncic, I really think he could be a face of a franchise. He could be the leader, the floor general, and the pit bull point guard that the Knicks have been looking for as long as I've been a Knicks fan. I'm tired of Baron Davis. I'm tired of Steve Francis. I'm tired of Stephon Marbury. And the long list of names, Raymond Felton, Tony Douglas, Pablo Prigioni, all the names we've seen at point guard, Jalen Brunson is better than them by a good margin. He's going to want a lot of money in free agency. There was a rumor at the trade deadline that there were teams and he wanted to be paid $20 million per year. After you drop 41 points in the playoffs, I want a pay raise. I want more than that. Because at the NBA trade deadline, there's no one that thought Brunson could drop a 41-piece in the playoffs without Luka Doncic. So now the times are changing, and he's going to want more money. So let me know. Would you pay him 4 years, $100 million? I'm bad at math, but I think that's $25 million per year. Let me know if you would do it. Type Y for yes, or you can go down and type N for no. And if the Knicks sign Brunson or make any moves during the NBA offseason, we're going to be breaking it down on this channel, youtube.com/KnicksTV. Hit that big red sub button and help us catch Giants Now, a channel here also at Chat Sports where we cover New York Giants news and rumors. I'll put the link to subscribe to New York Giants Now, youtube.com/NYGiantsTV in the comments and description of this video. But I want to catch them, and I want to beat them to 8,000 subscribers, but we got to get to 6,000 first. So if you want daily free videos around the latest Knicks news and rumors, go down and hit that big red button. A lot of people always say, are you making these rumors up? No. Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks, they have ties. It was documented at the NBA trade deadline. They wanted him. But other ties, he was born in New Jersey. Leon Rose, you might have heard of him. He was Jalen Brunson's first agent in the NBA. And he was also Rick Brunson's agent in the NBA, Rick being Jalen Brunson's dad. Rick played for the Knicks. And Rick, he coached with Tom Thibodeau. The Knicks, they've been in on Jalen Brunson since 2020. It's been a long time that they've been trying to get him since he came into the NBA. And this might be the off season where they're able to do so. The only problem is the Knicks right now don't have any cap space to make a move like that happen. Cap space can easily be created, though, in the NBA. You could trade a guy like Evan Fournier. You could trade Nerlens Noel. You could trade Alec Burks. You could do a lot of things to clear cap space. Maybe even trade Julius Randle. Maybe that will happen this offseason. But you can make cap space appear very easily in the NBA. But what about this idea? A sign and trade involving Mitchell Robinson, the New York Knicks center, who's an unrestricted free agent, who the Mavericks were interested in at the NBA trade deadline, for Jalen Brunson. You sign and trade. That way, the Mavs, they don't have much cap space. The Knicks, they don't have much cap space. But you get a player that both teams have been coveting throughout the 2022 NBA season. The Knicks, they get their point guard. And the Dallas Mavericks, they get a rim protector that they sorely need. Mitchell Robinson, he's one of the best in the business at protecting the rim. He's an athletic, rim-running, alley-oop finishing center. This past year, 8.5 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, almost 2 blocks, shooting 76% from the field, 2.4 blocks his rookie year, 2 the next year, 1.5. He's one of the best shot blockers in the NBA, and he's still just 24 years old. I would love to bring Mitchell Robinson back, but the rumors are that the Knicks and him are nowhere close on a contract extension and signing him in free agency. Robinson, he wants top dollar. He saw Jared Allen sign a $100 million deal, and he's saying, I want that kind of money too, and I'm just not sure he's really worth that much cheddar. But let me know about this one. Let's play a little bit of a game here. If you could only have one on the New York Knicks roster next year, who would it be? Mitchell Robinson or Jalen Brunson? Type their jersey number in the comment section. If you want Mitchell Robinson back in blue and orange next year, type 23. Or if you want Jalen Brunson to be the point guard for the New York Knicks, you can go down and type 13. One thing that I know I'm going to be using through the NBA playoffs, in the MLB season, and into the NFL season is our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. If you go to chatsports.com/bet and plug in the promo code CHAT125, deposit 100 bones, they'll match it with a 125% deposit bonus. So you got a little bit of wiggle room if you lay some cheddar on maybe the NBA title favorites, which is the Phoenix Suns at plus 200. You can lay some bets down. You got a little bit of a cushion if you fail and you mess up with that deposit bonus. But get started. Bet on the NBA playoffs. They have all types of deals going on right now, but the best deposit bonus in the game. Chatsports.com/bet. Just make sure you use that promo code CHAT125. The other NBA free agent and Knicks target, according to that Bleacher Report article, was Tyus Jones, the point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jones, in my opinion, he'd be a backup plan. Not a backup point guard target, but someone that, say, you strike out on Donovan Mitchell or Damian Lillard or Jalen Brunson or Malcolm Brogdon or De'Aaron Fox or all the names we've talked about on this show. Tyus Jones and Emmanuel Quickley would be a good 1-2 punch at the point guard spot for the New York Knicks. My thing is, and we'll show the stats in a second about how he fared as a starter this year, I don't know if he's an 82-game starter. But what he did this year in 23 games, where he did start in the spot of Ja Morant, he played really, really well, and the Memphis Grizzlies have a great record when Ja Morant's not in the game. Is that because Tyus Jones, or is it just because that team is built 1-12 very solidly? I mean, when he started in 23 games this year, he averaged 12.7 points, 6.6 assists, shot 45% from the field, and almost 40% from downtown, 39% from beyond the three-point arc. I like Tyus Jones a lot. He's a smart player. He plays a winning brand of basketball. He can get shots up when he has to, but he likes to get everybody else involved, and even though he's more of a smaller guard, just about 6 foot, he can play defense, and I like that, and that's something Tom Thibodeau likes as well in his point guard. Bleacher Report, they expanded on Tyus Jones to the Knicks, and this is what they said they should do in NBA free agency. They said New York should throw the full mid-level exception at Tyus Jones, knowing, at worst, he will be paying market rate for a high-end backup who's played 358 of a possible 383 games over the last 5 seasons. That's reliability, should matter more than anything else to a team that knows how fragile Rose and Walker are. I like that about Tyus Jones. I want players that are going to be available, and that's what Jones has been throughout his NBA career. You get someone you can depend on to be there for 82 games a night, whether it's 20 minutes off the bench or 35 minutes as a starting point guard. Do I think he moves the needle to where the Knicks are now a contender? No, but I think he adds a reliable spot and a reliable player in that point guard spot that would bring some respectability to the Knicks in the backcourt, a position and area of weakness for the Knicks for a long, long time. So let me know, should the Knicks sign Tyus Jones in NBA free agency? The article suggested you give him the mid-level exception. I think that's about how much money he would be worth on the open market. But get your thoughts in. Type S for sign, type P for pass. And I appreciate everybody that's made New York Knicks Now a part of their day today. You're a real one. We can't do this show without the audience interaction. We thrive off that. So go down right now and hit that big red button. We're trying to get to 6 1,000 subscribers before NBA free agency, because whenever they make a new move, we're going to be breaking it down. And give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'll make sure to follow back everybody that follows me from this video. Just send me a DM and let me know you came from this video.